Hi, I'm Renè. I'm the Client Service Manager, and I head up the Client Service Department at Splitting Image Taxidermy. We have 10 client liaisons that manage everyone's orders, and my role is basically just to oversee that. I have a few clients of my own as well, and just to ensure that everybody is happy from the moment that we receive the trophies right until they get dispatched to the export agents. Once the trophies have been received at the farm, we get a register called a receiving register, which lists all the trophies received for a client. Those land on my desk, and I distribute them amongst the client liaisons, trying to keep everyone's number of clients as equal as possible. And certain liaisons are more suited to certain clients. So I distribute them to the liaison. The liaison then will contact the client with what we call a welcome email, which just says, hi, we've received your trophies and we're going to book them into the system and sort out your paperwork. And within 2 weeks, you'll have an intro email from us with your quote. And in that time, the client liaison opens a file that looks like this. All your paperwork goes into it, and they work out a quote. Sometimes they already know by the time they've got the receiving register what you would like to do. Sometimes they don't. So it's their job to start communicating with the client and finding out what it is that they would like done with their order or their trophies. And then the process starts from discussing whether you want mounts or whether you just want dip and pack, and the continuous back and forth between the liaison and the client until that order is finalized with all mounting instructions and we've received the down payment. So we'd be calling in payments and processing those payments, and then the order is scheduled. And throughout the taxidermy process, the client liaison will be in contact with the client, just giving them an update regularly as to where their trophies are in the taxidermy process. And as I said, this process can take 10 to 12 months. So you build up a relationship within those 10 to 12 months, chatting to your client regularly, saying this is what's happening with your trophy. And also the client liaison is there to answer any questions you might have as a client. A lot of people, this is their first time hunt. They have no idea how the whole taxidermy process works. So that is what we are there for, just to set your mind at ease and to help you through this process that can, for some people, be rather confusing. It's not a complicated procedure, but there's a lot involved. I've worked for a couple of places before. I didn't start out as anyone in the taxidermy industry. When I left school, I studied to be a teacher. I qualified to be a teacher, but I never taught, not permanently anyway. And from there, I went into corporate. I worked for a corporate company for 15 years, following which I changed direction totally and worked for a doctor. And I ended up here, and that was 4.5 years ago. Half the animals here, I couldn't tell the difference. And now I thankfully can tell the difference. And I love what I do. I love speaking to people. I love communicating with the clients and getting to know them, because everyone's got a story to tell.